Here I am right now coming to you as an influencer, letting you know that influencers ruined LinkedIn. Hello everybody, my name is Zach and this is IT Career Questions. Normally I talk about IT career questions, but this actually came up in a Reddit thread because I like to browse Reddit and it's fun. There's a lot of useful information in there. You should try it. If you're new to IT, trying to advance your career in IT, Reddit has a lot of really good resources. They're called subreddits, and you can find tons of great subreddits where you can find a lot of questions that you might have, or the answers to questions you might have, or you can even ask questions there. Anyway, the tragedy of LinkedIn. That's this post that we're going to talk about. Here's the thread, right? A couple weeks ago, some poor soul posted up on LinkedIn that his Windows 11 installation went a bit askew and now is locked out of his own damn computer. All he got when he turned it on was a screen asking for a BitLocker key. That's frustrating. So he went to LinkedIn where all the quote unquote experts hang out. Now, I don't know if I would have went on LinkedIn for a question like this, but hey, it's a professional network, should receive professional answers. What happened next, though, was eye-opening. Yeah, I'm sure it was. While the poor bastard needed some actionable advice on how to get back into his system, all he got was commentary. For example, the merits of BitLocker versus other encryption packages, the need for encryption on laptops, the importance of encryption for compliance, difference between different versions of BitLocker, whether BitLocker uses 128 or blah, 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 blah. The point is, he didn't get an answer to his question. All he got was fluff. He got people engaging with his post because engagement matters. Engagement is key to a lot of things these days, especially on social media platforms. I'm bringing this up because I feel in some way as a quote unquote influencer, I hate that word so much, I have contributed to this right here, because something that I talk about very, very often is contributing on LinkedIn, is being involved on LinkedIn and encouraging people to join LinkedIn. And I mean, they are just rife with like hate on LinkedIn. And I totally get it. Any social media platform is going to have their fair share of quote unquote, I don't want to be derogatory in any way, but just influencers, right? Who are not the best. So regardless, right? Like any platform you go on, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, whatever, right? You're going to have your subset of influencers who are just gross and they do very gross things. It's just gross, right? You know who I'm talking about, right? I don't need to really go into detail about this one. The point is, yeah, there are definitely toxic people on LinkedIn, but to not be on LinkedIn in 2025 when you are in a job search, you are doing yourself a disservice. So here I am telling you, ignore the FUD, because I'm just telling you, like nowadays in 2025 and even moving into 2026, LinkedIn is still a viable platform and helping you advance your career or find success in your career field. There's no doubt about that. There's no getting around that. It's true. It's going to be there forever. And I'm not telling or encouraging any of you out there to be influencers or to go about this route. But this right here, I love to encourage people to engage, especially on LinkedIn. And I encourage people to leave comments on posts, but only relevant comments as they relate to the post. And this is where I feel like maybe I'm at fault in some way, like a small percentage, because I'm like nobody in the grand scheme of all of this. But as somebody who has encouraged people to do this, to engage with people's posts, if you know something about it, you have to leave a thoughtful post, right? Like you can't just post BS and expect that to be okay and count as engagement. No, I'm sorry to tell you that going down this route of, engaging with people on LinkedIn to try to build a community or whatever it is that you're trying to do, build connections and build relevance for yourself, you have to still put thought behind it. And when you're just leaving fluff essentially on other people's posts that really doesn't provide any extra value, you're not doing anybody any favors. You're just providing nonsense. You're just adding waste to the endless waste that we already have on the internet. If you are going to actively engage and participate on LinkedIn, I encourage you to be thoughtful about it and be mindful about it. If somebody's asking for help, don't talk about things that are somewhat related to that topic, but don't actually answer that person's question or cover that person's topic at all. Like you're not adding value at all. You're not doing anything at all. And I could totally understand where this person's frustration comes with this post. And I see it all the time. And again, being on Reddit, I see people commenting or leaving posts about LinkedIn all the time. There's a lot of hate for LinkedIn. Again, I totally get it, but it's an amazing platform for building a network, building connections, and ultimately finding employment. And I guess just as somebody who has, a lot of connections and I see a lot of things happening throughout the week, I constantly see people posting their success. Now, don't get me wrong, I see a lot of people posting their failures as well, which is great. It's not great, but I'm glad there is that transparency. But I'm often seeing a lot of success stories every single day. Doesn't change. Like it's a constant. You might not see that all the time. You might see a lot of bull crap and this LinkedIn influencer fluff, if you will, but ignore it, because at the end of the day, it's still an amazing platform for helping you succeed in your career. And the only thing I want to leave with this video is just letting you know, like, hey, if you're going to engage with people out on any social media platform at all, be thoughtful and mindful about it, and be, constructive in whatever comments and feedback that you're leaving. Don't just provide fluff, because it's going to do nothing for you and for anybody. And then somebody's going to leave a Reddit post talking about the fluff that you did, and then ultimately somebody's going to make a video talking about this. That's all I got for this video. Influencers have ruined LinkedIn, and I don't want you to ruin LinkedIn any further. So just be active and participate in an engaging, constructive, helpful way. It'll be all right. That's all I got for today's video. As always, take it easy.